Moses was not a good speaker. He's not. Probably you will say, oh, I'm depressed. I'm still waiting for my husband or for my wife from the Philippines. I have a lot of problems. You know what? Elijah got depressed. But God used him. Jonah ran from God. Jacob was deceitful, but he was used by God. David was an adulterer and a murderer, but God used him. James and John wanted to hold down fire from heaven, and some Samaritan would not receive Jesus. And Peter was afraid of death. Thomas doubted the resurrection. But all of them used by God. So, beloved in the Lord, Jesus commissioned the disciples. Jesus commissioned us, commissioned you. Amen? Amen. He was commissioned us. Tell someone beside you, say, Jesus called and sent you. Yes. I'm not the one speaking here. I want you also to preach. To preach. Yes. Jesus called and sent you. Louder. Jesus called and sent you. Look eye to eye. It's not ministering. This is the Lord Jesus Christ. He just called and sent you. All of us sent by God. You say, oh, I'm not a missionary. Yes, we are missionary. You don't need to go to the foreign land to become a missionary. You can be a missionary in your workplace. Missionary for your own children. Missionary in your school or somewhere. Number 2, Jesus' provisions to the disciples' needs. Jesus provided the disciples' need. He provided everything. Look at in verse 3. He told them, Jesus told them, take nothing for the journey, no stuff, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra shirt. Wow. That is in the New Living Translation. Take nothing for your journey, he instructed them. Don't take walking stick or traveler's bag or food. That's the real obedience when God told us. Even money, change clothes. Just last week we went for our summer camp. Last week. You know what? Just me and Pitanites were in our car. It's like we are bringing our own house. It's full. Only for 2 nights. Just only for a summer camp. But can you imagine here? They were going out for the mission. And God told them, don't bring anything. Sending us wouldn't do a whole lot of good. The Lord didn't give us the right supplies for the mission. He will give everything for us. Amen. Probably you will say, oh, I have a hard time. Depend on the Lord. He will provide for you. Morning when you go out from your house, always pray, God, lead me just for it just a single soul. Yes. That I will be a real witness. And God will provide you. If it's in our heart, God will give us. Yes, for example, like yes, gave them power and authority over all demons and to cure diseases for the disciples. In Philippians 4:19, a very good passage, my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory, but by Christ Jesus. It is not only, you know what this passage, sometimes you only think about material things, right? May God shall supply all my needs. Oh, money, oh, good house, and everything. That's part of it. When we say, my God shall supply all your needs, even your spiritual needs, everything we need. When we talk to someone, God give you the wisdom what to say. Even what to say. Sometimes I met people, I'm scared. Especially if they have like difficult questions. God provided the wisdom how to answer those questions. How to answer. The great truth reminds us, of course, that we need to be dependent on the Lord. Dependent on Him. Jesus' provision to the disciples' need. That's the second one. What is the first one? Jesus' provision to the disciples. Second one, Jesus' provisions to the disciples' needs. And the third one, Jesus' instructions to the disciples. One thing is very good. When God sent them out, they gave the instruction. When my children are still young, before we go out, when they leave the house, when they stay in the house, we always tell them, okay, do this, do one. Give all the little the instruction. So at least they know what to do. Right? Very important. The same thing with the Lord, Jesus Christ. He's very detailed. He gave them the instruction. He instructed them. He said, whenever the Lord sends people out, He instructs us on what to do. Even what to say. Jonah go to where? Jonah in the Old Testament, where did he go? Nineveh. And even Moses, he don't know how to talk. He said, Lord, I'm not a good speaker. Sabi niya, nauutan ako. I cannot face King Pharaoh. And then the Lord said, just tell him, let my people go. Several times. We have seen one of the Lord's instructions in here. In verse 8, we just said, take nothing on your journey, nothing on your journey. And the instruction number 2 is whatever house you enter, stay there. From where? From there depart. There was a good reason for his instruction, because Christianity is not applied by night operation. Consistently and persistently. And the Lord wanted His disciples to stay long enough for people to get to know them. Long enough for people to see the difference Jesus was making in their lives. There are times God directed us to someone, your co-worker, your friend, you say, you share the gospel. And then it's not receptive. Bahala ka na. It's up to you. You'll go to hell. Then we stop. We don't mind enemies. And this is a context. Stay there, patience. We need to pray for the soul, for them. There are times it took us 2 years, like having a Bible study. There is some fruit, but there is no fruit. A little fruit, but there is always hope. Last night, we were in Toronto. After the baptism, we went to Toronto, where the Mauritanians, all Marikababatas in our area were there, from Windsor, from Asia, from different places. And one of the couple that we shared the gospel, probably 15 years ago. And you know what? I think that Atinida and that girl, actually she was baptized in our outreach in Scarborough. I was so happy that though we thought that the seed that planted in her heart was all in vain. But when Tita Nina talked to her, she said, we are now regularly attending the Bible study somewhere in Italy or Asia. It's kind of an area. I thought it's all vain, all what we planted. And we praise God for that. Sometimes you don't know the harvest time. And we praise God for that. And God given the disciples said, whatever house you enter, stay there. From there, stay there. Something, you are witnessing to someone.